Good morning, student. We are from Devi Mahalakshmi Polytechnic, Titwara, Department of Computer Engineering and Information Technology. Semester 3rd, subject CGI, Computer Graphics. Chapter number 3, Overview of Transformation. This chapter is given for 18 marks and teaching ourselves 12 hours. So, now we will discuss here the basic transformations. In computer graphics, the transformations is a process of modifying and repositioning the existing graphics. 2D transformations take place in a two-dimensional plane. Transformations are helpful in changing the position, size, orientation, shape, etc. of the object. Transformation means changing some graphics into something else by applying rules. When a transformation takes place on a 2D plane, it is called 2D transformation. Transformation plays an important role in computer graphics to reposition the graphics on the screen and change their size or orientation. Transformation refers to the mathematical operations or rules that are applied on a graphical image consisting of the number of lines, circles and ellipses to change its size, shape or orientations. It can also reposition the image on the screen. The translations is applied to an object by repositioning it along a straight line path from one coordinate location to another. To translate a two-dimensional point by adding the translation distances tx and ty to the original coordinate positions, x and y coordinates are there to move the point to a new position x dash comma y dash. X dash is equal to x plus tx and y dash is equal to y plus ty. Pair tx and ty is the translations vector or shift vector. A translations move an object to a different positions on the screen. You can translate a point in 2D by adding translation coordinates. I told here the tx and ty are represented as a. We can express the translations equations as a single matrix equation by using the column vectors to represent the coordinate positions and the translations vector. From the above figure, you can write that x dash is equal to x plus tx and y dash is equal to y plus ty. The pair of tx and ty is called the translations vector or the shift vector. The above equations can also be represented using the column vectors. So p is equal to x of y and p dash is equal to x dash of y dash and t is equal to tx divided by dy. So we can write it the p dash is equal to p plus t, capital P plus t. Next is rotation. A two-dimensional rotation is applied to an object by repositioning it along a circular path in the xy plane. In rotations, we rotate the object at a particular angle theta from its origin. From the following figure, we can see that the point P x, y is located at the angle phi from the horizontal x coordinate with a distance r from the origin. Let us suppose you want to rotate it at the angle theta. After rotating it to a new locations, you will get a new point P dash capital X dash comma Y dash. So figure shows the X and Y coordinates are there and another coordinates A, the X dash and Y dash are there. So the angle theta is an object at a particular from its origin. So we can say that the point P xy is located at the angle phi from the horizontal x coordinates with a distance r from the origins. To generate the rotations, we specify a rotations angle theta and the positions x r and y r of the rotation point. R is the rotation point, or pivot points are also called as. The original coordinates of the points in the polar coordinates are the x is equal to r cos phi and y is equal to r sin phi. Then we can express the transport coordinates in terms of the angle theta and the phi as the x dash is equal to r cos in bracket phi plus theta is equal to r cos phi cos theta minus r sin phi sin theta, and the y dash is equal to r cos of phi plus theta is equal to r cos phi plus sin theta plus r sin theta sin phi cos theta. Then x dash is equal to x cos theta minus y sin theta, and the y dash is x sin theta plus y cos theta. And the final rotation, how calculate the rotation? So p dash is equal to r is the rotation, so r into p, where the r is equal to, how to calculate the r values? So r is equal to in bracket cos theta minus sin theta plus cos theta. These values are converted into the r values, and r value, the actual value is rotation. How to calculate the p dash? So the r into p is equal to p dash as here. The rotations angle can be positive or the negative. So r is there. The rotations angles can be positive and negative. For the scaling, to change the size of an object, scaling transformations is used. In the scaling process, you either expand or compress the dimensions of the object. Scaling can be achieved by multiplying the original coordinates of the object with the scaling factor to get the desired result. Let us assume that the original coordinates are x and y. Here, the scaling transformation alters the size of an object. These operations can be carried out for the polygons by multiplying the coordinates values x, y of each vertex by scaling factor sx and sy to produce the transformed coordinates x dash comma y dash. Let us assume that the original coordinates are x, y, the scaling factors are sx and sy. So the produced coordinates are x dash y. This can be mathematically represented as x dash is equal to x into sx and y dash is equal to y into sy. Scaling factor sx scales the objects in the x direction and sy in the y direction respectively. The above equations can be represented in the matrix in the form of x dash divided by y dash is equal to x and y in sx 0 0 sy. So the p dash is equal to p into y. Any positive numeric values can assign to the scaling factors sx and si. The values is less than 1, reduce the size of object, and values is greater than 1, enlarge the size of object. The both values is equal to 1, then unchange the sign. When sx and sy are assigned the same value, it is uniform scaling. The unequal values for sx and sy is the differential scaling. If we provide the values less than 1 to the scaling factor s, then we can reduce the size of the object. And if we provide the values greater than 1, then we can increase the size of objects. And so here when Sx and Sy are assigned the same value, it is the uniform scaling, and the unequal values for Sx and Sy. Next topic is 2D geometric transformations. It's the matrix representations and the homogeneous coordinates. The homogeneous coordinates have a natural applications to a computer graphics. They form a basis for the projective geometry used essentially to project the three-dimensional scenes onto a two-dimensional image plane. They also unify the treatment of a common graphical transformations and operation. The graphical use of homogeneous coordinates is due to, and an early review is presented by. The today homogeneous coordinates are represented in numerous computer graphics texts, such as in a particular provides an appendix of a homogeneous techniques, and it provides an excellent introduction to homogeneous coordinates and their algebraic geometrics and topological significance to computer graphics. Further discuss their algebraic and topological properties is here. Then the homogeneous coordinates are also used in related areas of CAD/CAM, robotics, and the computational project geometry. They can also extend the numbers range for fixed point arithmetic. Our aim here to provide an intuitive yet theoretical based discussion that assembles the key features of a homogeneous coordinates and their application to computer graphics. These applications include the affine transformations, perspective projections, line intersections, clipping, and the rational curves and surfaces. For the sake of clarity in accompanying illustrations, we confine our development to two dimensions and then use the intuitions gained to present the applications of homogeneous coordinates to three dimensions. The basic transformations can be expressed in the general matrix form. The P dash is equal to m1 into P plus m2. Then with the coordinates positions P and P dash represented as a column vector, and m1 is it produces a sequence of transformations with equations such as scaling followed by rotations their translation. A more efficient approach would be to combine the transformation so that the final coordinate positions are obtained directly from the initial coordinates. It eliminates intermediate coordinates. We can combine the multiplicate and the translations terms for 2D geometric transformations into a single matrix representation. To express any two transformations as a matrix multiplications, we represent each Cartesian coordinate positions x1 with the homogeneous coordinate triples xh, yh, h. So x is equal to xh divided by h and y is equal to yh divided by h can also be written as h dot x, h dot y, h. So h to be a non-zero value. There is infinite number of equivalent homogeneous representation for each coordinate point of x, y. A convenient choice is simply to say the experiencing positions in homogeneous coordinates allow us to present all geometric transformations equations as a matrix multiplication. Coordinates are represented with three element column vector and transformation operations are written as 3 by 3 matrix. Any positive numeric values can assign to the scaling factors Sx and Sy. The values is less than 1, reduce the size of object, and values is greater than 1, enlarge the size of object. The both values is equal to 1, then unchange the sign. When Sx and Sy are assigned the same value, it is uniform scaling. The unequal values for Sx and Sy is the differential scaling. If we provide the values less than 1 to the scaling factor s, then we can reduce the size of the object. And if we provide the values greater than 1, then we can increase the size of objects. And so here for rotation, P dash is equal to R of theta into P. The inverse of the rotation matrix, the theta is replaced by the next thing. For scaling, the matrix are there, and using this matrix we can calculate the scaling C. The P dash is equal to S of Sx comma Sy in bracket complete into P. The inverse scaling matrix is replacing Sx and Sy. Thank you.